Happy holidays! I want to thank each and every one of you for an incredible year this year. It's been fantastic. Lots of learning, laughter, and fun on this channel. So this is my last video of the year, and it is just a few things that I've picked up along the way. Some from you, some from outside sources. And I hope that next year we have even more in the family here. So again, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I will be back again in 2022 with lots more in store and looking forward to it. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to show you some tips today, and happy holidays. This is a tool that I've had for 25 years. Now this one's expensive, but you know, you can get these less expensively. But since I've owned it for 25 years, you can get these for under $100. They're mini shears, they're electric, and the wonderful thing about them is that you can layer several layers and sew them all at once. As many of you know, I cut out my interfacing at the same time I cut out my main pieces so that I don't have to do them separately. It saves a ton of time. This one is $499. Okay, I know that's a lot to spend, but if you do the math after 25 years, it really averages out to nothing. But again, you can spend a lot less. The difference is this has got a lot of torque on it. It's really strong. Now, I bought one for very inexpensive. It did not cut through this many layers. So that's gonna be the difference. So I'm gonna venture to guess the ones in the $200 range will suffice just fine for what we have here. Back in 25 years ago, I was cutting multiple layers for athletic wear and stuff. So you don't have to spend this much. You can probably do it between $100 to $200. So that's the story. So what I've done here is I've got 4 layers of, this is a heavyweight upholstery linen, and then again, some woven fuse. You can use SF1, whatever stabilizer. And then I have my template for a pattern. A lot of you also do the same thing. This is just a plastic placemat from the Dollar Tree. So that's what I've done. I've traced it. I've made my lines. And then this is how you cut. It works just like a rotary cutter. Only there you have it. That's how fast it works. So I hope you've enjoyed that. But you can see I've got all those lining pieces cut at the same time as my main piece. There you have it. For those of you who wanted to see how the saw works just on single or double layer fabric, because it's like, oh yeah, well, you know, how does it work, you know, just like for a rotary cutter. That's 2 layers. And here's 1 layer. It works just as effectively on single layers. It doesn't get caught up, and it works. And it doesn't vibrate that much at all. See? Look, I can keep it in one spot, and look how clean it is. Very clean. Look. It's great. So I know this one is probably too expensive, but like I said, I think if you spend probably in the $150 to $200 range, you can get a good quality one. But I have had this, I'm telling you, 25, 30 years. So when I average that cost out over that length of time, it has served me well. Here's another tip. For years, I thought it was therapy. Cutting the patterns out. Cut, cut, cut. And then I remembered I had one of these paper cutters. Well, I couldn't find it. I moved here a few years ago. So I ended up buying another one and found that this was the route to go. Simply line it up with the lines on the cutter and look at how fast you can cut out a pattern. Very, very quickly. Now when you get to curved pieces, like so, gotta find my lines. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's just the tricky part, is finding your lines. When you get to a curved piece, like so, you go right along that edge, and then you'll have to cut the curved piece with a scissor like that. But this is how I cut out my patterns now. I can't even tell you how much time I save. Here's another curved piece. So you go right along that straight edge like so. Do two. This will go along the straight edge. Let's see that, and then this curved edge. This is too much curve. I will have to cut that with the scissors. But it's so much easier. Here's another. Do another one for you just for shits and giggles. The hardest part for me on this is finding where that line is, because my eyes don't always see it. There it is. There. I mean, look at the line. I mean, it's so perfectly straight. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Links to everything will be in the description. Okay, I have another trick here that I have never even tried, so I'm gonna do it in front of you for the very first time. I stitched a seam, and I'm gonna take the seam out, right? And I have a Remington Shaver, and we're gonna turn it on. I have no idea, y'all, if this is gonna work. So you gotta be very careful not to nick the fabric. And holy cow. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah, it works. Oh wow, can you see this? It works pretty fast. Wow. You just can't get the fabric, but this is really fast. I bet if I wasn't so nervous, I could do it even faster. Way faster than a seam ripper, I have to say. You just, look at that. I'm not nicking the fabric either. You have to understand, I've never even done this before. Holy moly. It really doesn't get the fabric, it's just getting the thread. I just did that. I just took out that whole seam. Remington Shaver. I'll have a link for it. I mean, you can use anything any kind of shaver, but this was just one I got online just because I saw. And then now, you know, what I would do is I'd just take some tape and I'd just pick up the threads like so to get the threads. That's what I would do. Get them on, and this side comes up one long like that. Of course, you gotta vacuum that mess up, but yeah, I just pick up the threads like so with tape. Yeah, that was fast. That's my last tip.